Matt here with Keeping It YYC. Today we're joined by Jeff Newman of Newman Mentalism. How are you today?
I am doing great. It's a beautiful day, and we are hanging out in the home office.
Beautiful. Well, we'll get right into it, and I'll have you tell us a little about your mentalism business, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an entertainment business. I am basically an entertainer for hire, and I have performed shows across the world since 2014. We do corporate events, we do theaters, we do festivals. Just recently, before everything kind of shifted, we were doing cruise ships for a little while as well. But because of that, I have done shows in Canada, the US, Australia, basically all over.
Okay, awesome. So is it just you?
It is. I am the face on stage. However, my fiance is also kind of the other creative half. She does a lot of the background stuff. She does a lot of the co-writing. Basically, she's a large part of the creative process as well. So the two of us have come up with 3 different shows that we tour. We're currently working on a couple more. And she also helps devise the tech, the scripting, a lot of the light, sound, music cues, things like that. So she is also heavily involved in the shows themselves.
Oh, okay, that's great to hear, because I was thinking that's a lot. That's a lot just for you to manage all by yourself.
Well, and it's a lot for her to manage as well. We kind of joke that she is like the director, co-writer, and wrangler of Newman Mentalism. So it's really up to her to kind of make sure everything stays the way it's supposed to.
Absolutely. Well, she sounds like a lovely lady to me.
She really is, yeah.
Okay, well, so what have you been doing to adapt in this current environment?
We've actually been doing a lot. First and foremost, we actually developed a virtual show. So it's a live interactive show that can be done over Zoom, just like this, with a live audience watching from their homes. And it's not pre-recorded, although we do have pre-recorded clips up that we're slowly posting. But it is live and in the moment. And all you need to do is log on to the Zoom call itself to see the show. We've done a couple where it's been a live performance, like a ticketed event, but we've also been selling them to corporate events and theaters and other places that have kind of that entertainment for hire. So we've been doing that quite a bit since everything kind of shifted. We are also currently in the midst of getting ready for our first socially distant show that we're actually putting on this Friday in Lethbridge, Alberta. So it's a socially distant show. It's live in person with all of the safety recommendations in place. And the way we're scripting and writing the show, I will be able to do the show without any physical contact whatsoever. So we are preparing the final touches for the socially distant show as well, and something we'll also be able to do for venues, for corporations, for basically anybody looking for some entertainment during this time.
Awesome. So how many people can you get under a roof, or is it outside? How big is this? Are you able to do?
Yeah, well, with the indoor, we're sticking with whatever happens to be the current guidelines from the province at the time. I believe right now it's a maximum of 50 or 100. I'm not quite sure what it is. But we do have plans in place to allow for that limitation to be in place regardless of whatever the number is. We can do things outdoors as well. However, it makes it a little more difficult as there is some tech involved to make sure that the audience can see and interact in the proper capacity. So we are adaptable to those spaces as well. So we are able to bring that socially distant show to basically any venue or space that you find appropriate and that you're willing to have that event in.
Awesome. Well, that's really exciting to hear that you have your first one this Friday. So that's awesome. It's been a long go, right?
Yeah. Well, and we're a little bit more nervous about it than we usually are, because it's a bunch of brand new stuff, a brand new approaches to things, a lot of new methods that we either haven't touched for years or that we didn't really find a use for until now. So we're really kind of thinking outside the box with this one. We're coming up with some really new and interesting material that I'm really excited to get on stage.
Oh yeah, go big or go home.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Love it. So my next question is, what can people do right now to support their local businesses?
Honestly, the best thing that I have found right now is word of mouth. If you find something you like, tell your friends. If you, bought a product or a service that you really enjoyed or you really found useful, share it on social media. Getting that word out, especially for local businesses within the city, in a community, that word of mouth is paramount. So if it's something online, like and share and post about it. If it's something that you're talking to your friends about, let your friends know about it. that word of mouth, like I say, is the absolute cornerstone of successful businesses, especially right now, because that is the best way to get that word out there.
Absolutely. It's the most powerful as well when you have a customer or clientele base that will speak on your behalf. That's your best marketing.
Absolutely. And even right now, we have found that social media has been awesome because it's a really easy way to get information out there in large amounts. And again, using that word of mouth, even in that digital space, is the best way to do it.
Absolutely. So my last question usually would be any tips and tricks you could share in relation to your expertise, but I'm going to be more direct in this case. You got some damn tricks for us or what?
I do, actually. We're going to try a little mind reading with you right now if you want.
Oh,
so yeah, we're gonna try and read your mind over a Zoom call. So normally what I would do in my stage show is I would ask someone to think of a word. Now the problem is when someone like me asks someone like you to think of a word, there are kind of the standard words that come up over and over and over again, like house, dog, cat, car, sun, things like that. So on stage, what I would normally do is I would have a book or a magazine or a newspaper or something to allow you to look through a book and find a word that's a little more interesting and a little less predictable. You follow?
yes.
All right. So given our current medium that we're discussing through, I thought what better way than to actually use the largest book that I could think of, and that is Wikipedia. It is the largest collection of human knowledge on the planet. So do you happen to have like a web-connected device, maybe like a phone or a tablet handy?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
All right. So pick up I assume it's your phone?
Yeah.
All right, so pick up your phone, have a look at it, and I want you to open up your browser, Safari, Chrome, whatever you use to search the internet, and I just want you to search how many articles are on Wikipedia.
Okay.
Because I want to give you a sense of what kind of choice you actually have here.
Okay, it autofills, so this is a common thing to search, I guess. How many articles are on Wikipedia?
Yep.
6,125,000 articles.
So 6,125,000 articles and change, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now a lot of people don't realize this. That number, that's that first kind of number that comes up in like the search result that Google kind of half supplies for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a number coming from Wikipedia, but what Wikipedia does is that number isn't always current. What they'll do is they'll basically do a recount every few days, and if that number is significantly different, they will update it according to whatever it changes to. However, there is actually a place that specifically counts the actual number of active articles and word counts on Wikipedia in real time. So if you scroll down, it should be the next result. It's a website called wikicount.net. It keeps an actual count of the articles in real time. So go ahead, click that link, and you should get a number, yes?
Yes. So this one is 6,125,419.
So that is the current up-to-date number of articles. And underneath, there should be a little paragraph that also gives you the amount of words, the average words in an article. What is the average amount of words?
1,098 words per article.
So 1,098. So 1098. Yes? All right. So if you multiply those together, you literally get billions of words to choose from, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So if you go under that paragraph, you should have a link that takes you right to Wikipedia. Click that link for me.
Okay. On it.
All right. So you should be redirected to the Wikipedia homepage, and you should have like their daily article up, right?
Yep.
Just out of curiosity, what is the daily article?
The banker horse is a small, hardy, and docile feral horse.
All right. I have no idea now I know what a banker horse is. So in the top corner, you should see a little magnifying glass that allows you to search Wikipedia, right?
Yes.
Click that magnifying glass, and I want you to search for anything you want in Wikipedia, all right? Something preferably easy to visualize, maybe like a place you've been to, like a city, a country, something like that. Maybe an object, maybe something in your house. Maybe not search the map behind you because that's what I can see in the video, but just search whatever you want. Go ahead. Don't say what it is out loud, or else this becomes really unimpressive. But search for whatever you like, all right?
Okay. Loading. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so you should have an article. You should have like the title of the article and maybe like a picture or two, and then like the blurb that actually describes what this thing is, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, is there a picture?
There is certainly a picture, yes.
Okay, we might come back to that later, but I want you to go down into like the body. So not the first paragraph that's like, this is what this article is about. Go down 2 or 3 paragraphs, all right?
Okay.
And in one of those paragraphs, I want you to pick a word. Any word you want. All I ask is that you make it interesting, like a long word, like 6, 7, 8 letters, something big, all right?
Oh yeah, not a common word. I can take a non-common word.
Not like it and something longer, something 5, 6, 7, 8 letters long.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, I want you to think of a food that starts with the first letter of that word, all right?
This is embarrassing. I can't think of one yet. One moment, please.
Okay, take your time.
Okay, can the food have 2 words in it? Okay, I got it. I got the word. I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to draw what I think that food is. Okay. What was your food?
My food is fries.
Fries, like French fries?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a terrible artist. That's not very close, but I'd say that's close enough. Hey, never mind that. Focus on the article itself. Let's think about the photo at the beginning of the article. That's the real important part. So there's a picture, yes? Now, is it like a drawing or an actual picture?
It is an actual picture, yes.
Okay, so this is, again, obviously you can tell I'm not very good at drawing things. We're going to try and make this very, very simplified. Okay, it's going to be, again, it's not going to be a great drawing, but I think it's going to be enough. Does this make sense?
Try not to cuss right now.
Focus on.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Pardon?
Why did you search for a tiger?
I like tigers.
Is that it? Did you search for a tiger?
I did search for tiger. Yes, it's my. What's that? Is that the Chinese calendar thing? I'm a tiger in one of those zodiac things. I don't know. I should really know, but something like that.
There you go. And that is how we read minds over the internet.
I'm still trying not to cuss right now.
Screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so here. There you go.
There it is.
There's the tiger. Okay, but you don't know the words that I chose.
That's not what matters. What matters is
I
knew exactly what you'd search for.
I know. Oh my goodness. My mind is blown right now. And I knew it too.
Perfect.
I knew you had it too. I knew that the French fries wasn't the deal.
Oh no, the French fries, that's everyone thinks of French fries.
Man. There's no tiger around here. That's awesome, man. That is so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, so that is one of the many things we will be featuring in a lot of these social distance and virtual shows, along with many other things that we also have all kinds of different approaches and different things. We actually string together about a 60 to 65-minute show with things like this that are fully interactive, that happen over a Zoom call and in real time.
That's awesome. So is this, what you did right now, is this new to you, or is this, you've been doing this for a lot of your shows?
This is basically a new spin on something we've been doing forever. So it's a new way that we've come up with to kind of take an old idea and bring it into a space where we can actually be across the globe. This is something that I can do for people 6 feet away, but this is also something that I've done for a friend of mine when I was writing the show. They're currently staying in Australia because they got caught there, and I was able to do this basically to someone on the other side of the planet as well.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. I'm impressed right now. I'm very impressed. That's awesome, man.
Very good. I'm glad you are.
Cool. So I'm trying to get back in the interview here and just let my mind calm down. Let me see, where were we? I guess that's really all I had for you, unless you wanted to share anything else about your business or any other tricks. We probably
basically, if you want to get in touch with me, we can absolutely get an event or a show to your virtual space or your physical space, barring that we are following the proper protocol. And if you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do it is by email at info@newmanmentalism.com.
Perfect. Well, I'll make sure I get all that down at the end here, but we'll have you finish the interview off by just stating your name and the name of your business and asking the people that are watching to keep it local and keep it YYC.
My name is Jeff Newman from Newman Mentalism. Keep it local, keep it YYC.